So we are back. We've got 800 points of Shadow Collective versus about 794 of the clones way over there. Tonight's conditions, we have a long march, we have recover the supplies, and minefield. It's going to be kind of a brutal game. So as you can see, the objective tokens are out there for the supplies, and we have these over there representing our mines. If you're within range of one of a mine, line of sight, detonates, causing damage. Obviously, surges are even nastier. It goes off twice. And of course, trooper units can go ahead and claim one of these objectives and drag it around with them. And in the game, we score based on how many objectives you have claimed. And let's get started. I'll show you the forces here, and we'll get started. Let's take a look at our Shadow Collective. We have first time playing them. It took me a while to get these guys painted up, but here they are. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 units of Super Mandalorian Commandos. We've got some Sun, whatever those guys are over there, and we've got some Pike Syndicate down here. Saxon is our commander, and Maul is going along for the ride to see what he can do over here. And that's our 800 points exactly of Shadow Collective. So it is time to get Yoda out of the box. Finally, he's on the table. He's got 2 Bark Speeders going with him, Yoda and Rex in the center, and we've got 5, count them 5, squads of clone troopers. Now, 2 of those squads have the DC-15, one of them has the Z-6, 2 are naked. Yoda's running quite a collection of things here: Jedi Mind Trick, Force Lift, Force Push. He's got Inspiring Presence. We did give clone Captain Rex. He's got the jetpack, JT-12 jetpacks, emergency stems, and fragmentation grenades. One note over here with the Super Mandalorian Commandos, we've got, they all have the jetpack rockets, and of course Maul does not have the Darksaber this game, but I think he has Force Choke and he has Force Push. And Saxon has his usual stuff there. He's got his, let's go take a look at what he's got over here. What does Saxon have? I forget. He has, yeah, he's got his jetpack rockets. All right, so there we go. And so we got 800 points, Shadow Collective, 700, and I think it's 96 points of clones. Ready to duke it out here. So conservative first round for both sides. The clones going with standing orders, and Shadow Collective going with discretion. So we'll see how that plays out. So with the command phase all sorted out, the Shadow Collective went with orders for boom, boom, and boom. And way down here, the clones give out 1 order to the Bark Speeder here on the flank. And let's get this going. We'll activate our Super Mandalorians first. We're going to do a double move action to get them away from that and try to claim the objective token over there. They just finished their move in base-to-base contact with the supplies. Their next turn, they'll be able to recover that. So clones go into the stack and activate squad number 1 here. We don't want to end our move near that thing, so I guess we're going to go up towards those barricades up there. So our squad 1 clones finish right there at that barricade. So Shadow Collective goes back to the stack. These guys will probably get a standby and an aim token, I think. Yeah, they don't want to go up through that mine there, so they're going to see what happens to those Bark Speeders coming down the pike there. So that's the activation. So clones go back to the stack there. They've got a trooper unit. Give to these guys over here. Probably just have them do a double move and get in position up that way. So clones number 4, squad 4 tiptoes their way up to here. Still without they're not within range 1 there, so it doesn't detonate, and their activation ends. So Shadow Collective goes back to the stack, drawing up special forces. So the Super Commandos will be going, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and just jump right over top of this rock here. So our Mandalorians went from here and just whoosh, went over top of it and ended up right there to finish their activation. So back to the stack, troopers will activate. They'll just do the yellow troopers here will just move up and then get behind that. They'll just kind of move up here and get behind that crashed X-Wing. So Shadow Collective not going to the stack here. They're going to go ahead and activate this group here. have them go up there, get that, claim it, and eventually they're going to probably bring that back down here. So do that right now. So he moved up, and his second action was to claim that, and that's his activation. Going to the stack, pulled out a support, and touched this guy's Bark Speeder right there, and I'm guessing, well, the mines are not affected by repulsor vehicles, so I guess we'll just scoot right up there and wreak some havoc. So our Bark Speeder went ahead and did his compulsory move to here, then he made another move to here, and he's probably taking a shot, I think, at those guys down there. There's our roll. Surge to hit for the Bark Speeder, so 3 hits go through, 2 are blocked by heavy cover. Meaning 1 would go through, but these guys, the Pikes, did have a dodge token they got because when they're not given a face-up order token during the command phase, when they do activate by going to the stack, they automatically get a dodge then. So that's where that came from. He'll spend it now to cancel the other hit, and that's it. But they are suppressed. So Shadow Collective going back to the stack and drawing the operative Maul. There he is. He's got some tricky stuff with him. Let me go look at the card real quick. Yeah, I want to double check that card. So I forgot to put a wound on Maul when he enters play. He should have had that on him already. With that Yo Mastery, if he's got a wound on him, it allows him an extra action during his activation. So we'll get 3, although he is still limited to up to 2 move actions only. So let's see what he does. So Maul Mania has hit the table. He moved to 2 move actions and gave himself a dodge for that 3rd action. And he's done. Oh, going back to the stack, a trooper unit was drawn, so it's going to be these 2 here. I don't think it really matters. So let's get to these guys here. Move up behind that rock. So yeah, we activated squad number 2 there. They just made 1 move action, getting base up here. Give themselves a dodge token. They want to stay without being within range 1 of that mine. I really messed up. I realize this now because Rex actually comes with a scout on his card. He should, when he deployed, he should have actually moved up a little further than these guys. And I believe he could have given that order to 2 other trooper units near him within range 1 to 2. These guys really would have been up further, maybe even on top of this rock by now, and they would have been up further, probably over there. But I'm not changing it now, so it is what it is. Just made a mental note of that for next game. I just realized too, first time playing these Shadow Collectives, so they had these Mandalorian Super Commandos. They had a face-up order token from the command phase, and according to their card, when you do that, they automatically get a free dodge. They should have had a dodge and start this, as well as the other ones that had it too. So it doesn't make much of a difference now because everything is kind of still being moved into position here. So we'll move them up and get them in range there. So our Mandalorians moved, and they are right there. They get their dodge token they should have had at the start of the activation, and there they are. And they're not within range 1 of the mines. They didn't go off yet. Well, going back to the stack, it was going to be either a trooper or a commander. So we got trooper. There we go. Squad number 3. Time to get out there and do something. Do some good. So double move action puts them right over there, and they want to stay within, or I should say, not within range 1 of that mine. So they're going to avoid that and move to there. So back to the stack for the Shadow Collective. They're going to be trooper units, so there aren't that many left for them to pick from. It's just this guy's over here. I'm not sure what to do with them. I guess they're just going to move up and maybe get behind those Mandalorian Commandos, or maybe just kind of stay where they are. I really don't know. I'll do a move action to get even better cover, I guess. So just a move action. I guess I give him a dodge, but it really won't matter. It's so far out of range than anything in this first round. So that's our activation. So going back to the stack, Yoda's going to activate next for the clones. Now I did forget to put this barricade out here because he does have, one of his upgrades was the force lift, and of course at deployment he could put this in range 1. That's why it's there. I think he's going to do a move action and maybe get these troopers over here moved up a little bit. Yeah, just move Yoda twice, put him right to there, keeping him out of range 1 of that mine. So going to the stack, pulled out our last order token, and we're going to go Gar Saxon finally. He's going to get the chance to, he should have enough movement to get him right up there. See, I'm not sure what I did here. Gar Saxon was right in here. I must have moved him earlier in the round and kind of forgotten about it. But I pulled his. This was pulled now, so I guess we should leave him there. Yeah, I must have moved him earlier. Maybe I'm going to move these guys. I must have actually drug him along. So either way, he would have wound up being there anyway. So we'll let it ride. That's his activation. So going back to the stack here for the clones, Rex will activate. I think he'll just try to get up here and take that from anybody else that's trying to get to it. So with his upgrade, with Rex's upgrade of the jetpacks, it does give him some jumping around. He's up there in base-to-base contact, so next turn he'll be able to claim that objective. Round 1 is not over yet. I forgot to activate this BARC speeder who had a standing order from the command phase. So we'll go ahead and move him up, and maybe we'll take a shot over there somewheres. So with his compulsory move and his regular move, so he's got puts him to here. He'll take a shot at those Mandalorians right there. So BARC speeder did pretty well, but the surge to hit that gives him 4 regular hits on those Mandalorians over there. We'll roll a defense dice, see what happens. Did pretty good. They blocked 3 of them. Just taking 1 wound on that in the suppression. Okay, so now it's officially the end of round 1. I totally forgot that BARC speeder. He activated to take out one of these Mandalorians here. And so, yeah, that's where we are. Pretty even Steven. First blood was drawn on the Shadow Collective, and we'll see how it pans out in round 2. So, start of round 2, you got Take That Clankers for the clones, and Marked for Elimination for the Shadow Collective. We'll see how it pans out. Okay, so command phase, Gar Saxon was gave himself an order. He got per his card, he got the 2 aim tokens, and of course he got to drop 4 observation tokens and 2 suppression on poor Rex up here. Rex gave out orders to this side over here. Let's see if they helped him out a little bit. And we start round 2, activation phase. So Shadow Collective has the first initiative here. I guess we'll activate Gar Saxon, take a shot at Rex up there. I wasn't going to give Rex light cover because he's back a little bit off this rock, and you know he's a little bit of obscuration, but it doesn't matter. He has Sharpshooter 1, which would negate that cover anyways. So Gar's going to go ahead and take the shot with his West Star Blaster pistol. Alright, so there's our attack pool. You got 2 surges to crits and then a hit. So we're going to go ahead and spend the aims now and start re-rolling some of these dice. Just spending the second aim, you got 2 regular hits. So it's 2 surges to crits and 2 regular hits. Not bad. So Rex does block one of them. His surges don't convert to anything. So that's going to be 3 wounds on him right off the bat. Second thought, Gar Saxon's second action really should be a move to move him up in here. We'll do that instead. So no dodge token, instead just move. So Gar will just finish right there, and that'll be his activation. So before we activate the clones for the next activation, I forgot that Gar Saxon, when he moved, he's within range 1. This thing detonates. So let's resolve that right now before we do the clones action. So it does detonate. So just once though, so we already rolled that, it's over there. So it was just 1 hit on Gar Saxon. So I think Gar Saxon, even though when the mine went off, it did score a hit, he does get a chance to block that. So he does roll red, he rolled a blank, he didn't block it, so he will take 1 wound on that blast. So clones went back to the stack, and boy, they got lucky pulling this commander token. They can give that to Rex and get him out of harm's way here. Let's give it to Rex, and we will activate him right now. Take care of his rally step first. So the rally didn't go so well for Rex. He didn't remove any suppressions. So he's not panicked, but he is definitely suppressed. He got 1 action this turn, and he wanted to claim this, but I guess he's not going to be doing that. Yeah. So with his only 1 action he gets, he's suppressed. He just withdrew. That's all he can do. He never got to claim the objective for the supplies, so that's just where he ends. He had no choice. He had 4 observation tokens on him. He's sitting duck up here if he stays, so that's what he did. So Shadow Collective's up next. They went to the stack and drew out specialists, so it's Super Commandos here to get a chance to activate. I'm thinking they're probably going to do up here and try and grab that if they can. Let's see if they can do it. With a double move action and taking advantage of Rex's demise there, the Mandalorians will seize this position up here. They will claim this next turn, next activation, if they can get it on round 3. We'll see. That's where they ended it. So back to the stack for the clones, trooper unit, and we got some options here. I mean, we definitely could activate these guys here and use fire support over there, but these guys aren't going anywhere, and we'll let them sit for now. Let's try to maybe move these guys up, maybe. Now that mine's gone, well, there's still one sitting right there. Oh boy. Now let's just have these guys start moving up behind these bark speeders. They're kind of clearing out a path for them. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll activate these guys. Start moving them up. Just a simple double move action for squad 3. They're just going to move up to there and call it a day. Wait for these guys here to clear this out, hopefully for them on this this round. So going back to the stack, we got Mandalorians. Squad 7 is going to activate. Sorry, I said a little bit of COVID here. Well, the plan was to go up here and pick this up and bring it back, but I don't think that's a good idea with this thing and this thing lurking out here, plus these guys coming behind. So I think they're going to probably withdraw. Yeah, the Mandalorians would be a little daring here, and they're just going to do a move action and put them out of that firing arc of both of these guys. They've already activated, so, I mean, yeah, why not? So they move, putting them out of the firing arc there, and they're going to take a shot at these guys. So they moved. Like I said, they're out of the firing arc of the bark speeders. They're not going to attack this group here or this group. Instead, use their jetpack rockets, which is a range 4, and I checked the range. They can go hit those troopers way, way over there with them. That's what they're going to do. Okay, so jetpack rockets go flying over here. Blast ignores cover. So they did score 2 hits and a surge. And on jetpack rockets, surge is critical, so that's that. And then they're going to roll their defense dice. So defense dice, they block 2 of them, which means 1 hit goes through. So I just lose a mini here, I guess. Use this guy here, I guess. And then suppression. Well, in hindsight, I don't know if that was really worth it. Now they plucked off 1 guy over there, but we'll see what happens. Clones are up next, and they did pull a support, so activate this bark speeder and pivot him, I think, and then start shooting. So bark speeder moves, pulsar move puts him right about here. Now he does have the firing arc. He can take a shot at the Maul over there. And that's what he's going to do with his next action. Taking a shot at the Maul there, so he's got, let's put that over there. Looks like he's got 2 hits. The surge does convert to a hit. 3 hits on the Maul. Maul does block 2, so 1 wound will go through on the Maul and a suppression. With that last action, this bark will pivot, and it's going to go ahead and just do a little bit of this, just like that. And it'll be their activation. So Shadow Collective draws as Special Forces. Question is who's going to get it. Well, could be these guys over here or those guys over there. Let me think about this. So they're going to claim this, and they're also going to launch their jetpack rockets, range 4, all the way over to these guys right behind this X-Wing fighter. So jetpack rocket's pretty effective. The surge is a crit, so 2 crits and 2 hits, and ignoring cover. Clones could have done a better job with that one. They only blocked 1 of them, so that'll be 3 hits and a suppression going through. So jetpack rockets obliterated this whole unit of clones except for 1 little guy there. So yeah, pretty nasty attack. So back to the stack on the clones. Pull trooper unit. Question is, who's going to be getting it? Is it squad 2 or squad 1 over there? Squad 1 can't get a bead on those Mandalorians because if they're kind of blocked. They don't want to lose. They have to come out, probably, I guess, over here, I guess. We'll get these guys. So Clone Squad 2 use both of their actions to do a safe climb, and they're going to go right there and probably try to challenge these guys next turn. Alright, so Shadow Collective drew a trooper unit. They'll give it to the Black Suns here, Sons of Anarchy, and see if they can do something here. So Sons of Anarchy here, they're going to get up a double move action, putting them right there. Activation over. Well, back to the stack for the clones. Let's see what we got here. We got, support. Bark Speeder time. So Bark Speeder's going to activate, and I think he's just going to go ahead and take a shot at Maul. Might as well. So with the aim token that he gave himself with the Bark Speeder, with the reroll, he got 2 hits and a surge. Surges to hit, so it's 3 hits. Maul is suppressed, so he'll get light cover for that, removing one of these. So 2 hits to go through, and the Maul, he'll roll his defensive dice. So Maul does block one of them, and that means 1 wound will go through, another suppression. So with their compulsory move, puts the Bark Speeder right there, and that's how they're going to finish their activation. So back to Shadow Collective. Let's see, they get specialists. There we go. So some Mandalorians will be going here. Let's see what we're going to give it to them. So we gave it to the Mandalorians up here. They've already claimed that objective last round, so they'll probably just do a move action, bringing it back down here to secure it, and yeah. So they go ahead and just jump down here, and they're going to drop the objective so they can pick it up later. And they get one more activation. Let's see what they do. So with their second action, they're going to fire their jetpack rockets over here at this group right here. They are within range of 4. So jetpack rockets, 2 hits, and they do have an aim token because they get independent aim when they're activated, but not issued an order during the command phase. They can get an aim token. They'll spend it now and do a reroll here. So with the reroll, it's going to be 3 hits on this unit over here. They're no cover anyways. Blast would have negated it anyways, so they'll be rolling defensive dice. Clones did pretty good. They got 2 blocks, so just 1 hit goes through and a suppressing. So back to the stack for the clones. Let's take a look here. We got trooper units. Surprise, surprise. So our red troopers here, they're going to get the order. Let's see. The action they're going to do. They don't really. They kind of do. Yeah, they can see them. They might be able to get a shot on these guys. Let me see. Okay, so here's the situation. Only these 3 here actually have line of sight to those Mandalorians over there. These 2 here just don't have it. I don't think it's worth taking a shot with only 3 dice over there. Maybe it's time to move out from this cover. They can move out and maybe getting better than all 5 can get a shot on them. That's what we'll do. That's their first move, moving out here. Now they've got line of sight. They can take a shot at those Mandalorians right there. So not a great roll for them. They did get a crit and 2 hits. The surges don't do anything for the Z6. And the clones, of course, they don't surge anything. So, all right, let's get them roll defensive dice for the Mandalorians. So the Mandalorians do block 1, which means 2 wounds go through and suppression. So not bad. So they will take the 2 wounds. Now, if they have on their card, they have 2 surge tokens on over there. You can just kind of see it. But they can't use them. They didn't get any surges on their defense. So 2 wounds and suppression. Back to the stack. Let's see what we get. Maul's going to finally up. Going to finally get on the board here. He's going to do something. All right, let's go see what he does. So Maul does get 3 actions. He's wounded. He's got that J-U-Y-O master, whatever how you pronounce it, I don't even know. So he probably should just do a move action, put him base to base, and take a shot at that Bark Speeder, I think. Probably the logical thing to do here. So first things first, rally step for Maul. He does remove both suppressions. Wow. So I think Maul's going to go ahead and do a double move to put him on the side arc here. And then his last action will be an attack. So double move puts him right there. Let's resolve Maul's attack. He's got the impact 2, pierce 2 for his double-bladed lightsaber. So pretty solid roll there for the Maul. Now they got light cover for the Bark Speeder, so one of these hits will go bye-bye. Put that over there. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on it. And let's see, Bark Speeder rolls defense dice. So the Bark Speeder did block 2 of them. So 2 wounds in the Bark Speeder. They're a little beefier than the speeder bikes for the Empire. So, but overall, I think it's okay. Maul's out of, it can't, so that's it. Oh, wait a second, I forgot. The Maul's got Pierce 2, which means 2 of these go bye-bye. So actually, that's going to be 4 wounds on that. Yeah. So yeah, Bark Speeder's only got 1 health left and it is disabled, so Maul really did his job with that. Well, not much spoiler alert, it's going to be Yoda, so yeah, he's finally going to activate. Wow, so late to get in the game. He has done almost nothing this game so far. Alright, let's see what he does. Okay, so I thought this thing through a little bit. So Yoda is going to use his Force Lift, and he's going to move this barricade up there. Let's do that right now. So that barricade is now up there with those troopers, and that's a free action, so he's still got 2 actions left here. So Yoda does his actual first action will be move to here, and that's going to detonate. It's within range 1. So let's detonate that right now, resolve that. Then he'll get his second action. Well, Yoda lucked out. It does not detonate, so he gets to do some more stuff here. So Yoda's got a free action. He's got the force push, which moved this trooper small this way, and that will again might detonate. Let's see what happens. Okay, it detonates. So it goes surge to crit for that blast. So that means 1 hit for him, and I guess for Yoda, he's also within range 1 of it. So the Mandalorian blocks it, and then we'll see if Yoda blocks it over here. Let's see. Yoda also blocks it, so that's been resolved. So Yoda's not taking any chance. Now remember, he has 1 action left, but he has a free action here, Jedi Mind Trick, and he's going to use it on this guy right here, drop 2 more suppression on him. So now with his remaining action, Yoda's going to go ahead and do his Force Wave and see if he can just eliminate this guy. All right, talk about overkill, man. This guy is surely going to die, but that's going to be 3 hits, crit, and he rolls defensive dice. Now, 1 little guy blocks all 4 of them. So, wow. So good thing Yoda did use that Jedi Mind Trick on him. So he's still alive. He survived an attack by Yoda. Crazy, man. Oh, well, the shockwave is suppressive, so he drops another suppression token on him. So all that work and the guy's still alive. Wow. So last activation for Shadow Collective Trooper Unit. It's going to be these guys over here, the Pikes. I'm not sure what to even do with them. Let's go ahead and I guess I'll just take a shot at the that speeder over there. They did pretty good. They rolled 3 hits and a crit there. I gave him an aim token too, but they're not going to really use it. So he gets cover 1. Let's see what happens. Bark Speeder does block 1 of them, so it's going to be 2 hits go through. Oh, oops, I should have had them claim that objective instead of giving them an aim token, but that's alright. This is what it is. Activation's over. This one last guy over here. Still had a face-up order token from the command phase, so we'll activate him now. He did roll his rally. He gets that. This comes off. He gets 2 actions. And I'm not really sure what he's going to do here. I guess he'll just hunker down, I guess, here. Put him down here in heavy cover, I guess. I don't know what else to do with him. So the big story from round 2 is a couple things here. The big one was this one Mandalorian literally went toe-to-toe with Yoda and survived everything Yoda threw at him. That was crazy. I can't believe it even happened. Rex is in serious trouble, but he'll lose his observation tokens into the round. Yeah, and that's about where we stand. This Bark Speeder is damaged. This one's got 2 hits on it. And yeah, end of the round. So, start round 3, we've got Size Matters Not, Witch Magic for the Shadow Collective, so the clones will get the first activation this round. So, command phase. Maul was nominated, obviously, for Shadow Collective, and Witch Magic allowed him to remove up to 2 wound tokens, and Yoda was nominated for the clones, and he's got some pretty cool stuff to do this round. Alright, so clones activate first, and Yoda's just done messing around. He's going to activate first, and just go on a rampage here. So first thing Yoda's going to do here, he's going to use his force push and just pull this guy right into him, and just lightsaber him out. Alright, so Yoda goes lightsabers on. It's going to be 3 hits and a crit there. There's a defensive roll there. It doesn't really matter because Yoda's got Pierce 2, so 2 of those blocks are canceled off the bat. So yeah, this guy's finally dead. Yoda is gonna move. He can move the long range this turn because of his card. So wait, does he? Yeah, this turn his max speed is 3. So let's go ahead and move him up. Unfortunately, he won't be able to attack Maul. Although Yoda can attack twice. He's just, he used 1 attack over here, wiping out that Mandalorian, and then of course he moved with his second action. He has some free actions here, but there just isn't, yeah, that's it, he's done. Shadow Collective is not going to stop. They're just going to activate Maul. He's going to finish off this Bark Speeder and see what else he can do. So Maul picks up 5 hits. He'll lose 1 of those for, I guess, the Speeder gets cover 1, so we'll take 1 of these off. That gives 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. That's the roll for the Bark Speeder, but it doesn't matter. Maul's got Pierce 2, so this thing is effectively dead. So he'll give himself a dodge for the second action. So he gets 1 more action. So it was the attack, it was dodge, now he moves and puts him up over here, which puts him out of the arc of that Bark Speeder. So that's his activation. Alright, clones, going back to the stack. Let's see what you get. You guys are going to get a trooper unit. Let's see where we give it to. We'll go to squad 2 and have them just open fire on these Mandalorians. There's the rolls. Thanks to the DC 15 in that group. That came from, it was a surge that was converted to a crit, so it gives them 1, 2 hits and a crit. Mandalorians blocked 2 of them, so it's going to be, I guess, 1 hit going through and suppression. They'll just stay. It gives them a dodge for a second action, and that close that out. Alright, Shadow Collective, what do you got here? Let's see. Commander. Looks like Gar Saxon's going to be going. So Gar Saxon has a couple options here. He could shoot these guys over here, which probably is the safest bet. Or he could jump over here and take a shot at Rex, who's already got 3 wounds on him. If he gets 2 more, he's out. Well, hey, you know what? Go big or go home, right? So what he's going to do, he's going to go after Rex. So Gar Saxon's pistol, 2 hits and a crit. Get 3 defensive dice. Well, he is suppressed. He's got suppression on him, so I think he gets dodge. He gets cover 1 on that. So actually, it's only 1 hit and a crit on that. All right, so Rex would block both of them. So, but Gar Saxon does have Pierce 1, which eliminates 1 of these. So he will take a wound and a suppression. Oh, the jump puts him over here. He's going to go ahead and take a shot at Rex. So one final note on this. Gar Saxon does have Sharpshooter 1, which would have negated the cover 1 that Rex would have gotten for having suppression token. So technically that's another hit that goes through. So let's see if Rex blocks it. So Rex does not block that extra hit coming through, which causes a wound, unfortunately. Now, fortunately for him, he's not dead, okay, because he has emergency stims. He'll put that extra wound on emergency stims, keeping him around at least for this round. All right, Shadow Collective time. Let's see what you got here. Trooper unit. Well, it's going to be either the Pikes or the Black Sons of Anarchy up there. And it'll be the Pikes. They're going to go ahead and do their 1 action to claim that objective, and then that supplies, and then they're going to go ahead and just take a shot at that Bark Speeder over there. So Pikes take a shot. They get 2 hits on the Speeder. Speeder's going cover 1, so 1 of these comes off, and 1 hit goes through. That's the roll their defensive dice. Bark Speeder fails, so 1 wound goes through on the Bark Speeder. And the Bark Speeder is also damaged, so we'll put a damage token out there for him, and that's it. Back over to the clones. Let's see what they got. Trooper unit. Who are we going to give this to? I'll give it to Clone Squad 4. They've already claimed that supply last round. They're just going to do a double move action if they can get out of range of all these guys for now. Regroup a little bit. Did one move action, move them to there. So they're out of range of the Black Suns over there. But one more action left. Do they move again, move back over here, or do they take a shot at Gar Saxon? I think take a shot at Gar Saxon. Just take a pot shot, see what happens. Yeah, they kind of whiffed that one. Just one, but he's suppressed, so he's got cover one, so nothing's going to happen. Yeah, just a suppression on. That's about it. Back to Shadow Collective. Let's try this one. Ooh, Mandalorian Super Commandos. Who's going to get it? I'm going to give it to this group up here. Do the rally step and see if they can move those supplies off of there. Mandalorians pass the rally. It's going to remove that suppression. And they got two actions. So first action is going to be to actually clean those supplies, then jetpack them back this way. So Mandalorians just claimed for one action and then moved with the other, and there they are. Alright, clones, let's see what you got. You get, trooper unit. Let's see who's going to get it. Give the order to Squad 3, see if they can... I'm not going to attack Maul with them. He has a dodge token now, so he can deflect, and that's not good. So I think they're going to do a double movement, trying to get that objective token up there. So Squad 3, when double moved it, they're going to claim that next turn. All right. So back to the Shadow Collective. Let's see what they got. They got a trooper unit. That's going to be the Black Suns up there. And we got a range 2 weapons, so they're definitely out of range of these guys. Think about this for a second. I'll do a move action, I guess, and take a shot at these guys. So Black Suns closing in, taking a shot at Squad 4 there. Boy, they really whiffed. They don't surge anything, so just one crit. Alright, one defensive dice for our guys over here. Clones also whiffed, so they'll just take a wound and a suppression. Almost forgot about the aim token that they get, because when they have that thing on their card, which is independent aim, they give them a free aim token, so they can spend it now. We roll 2 of these dice, see if they can kill anybody else. So re-rolling the 2 black, another hit goes through. Let's see if they block it. Surge, so that'll be another hit going through. Back over to the clones. Let's see. Ooh, arc speeder. So it is damaged, but we'll see what we can do with it. It's a blank, so it's disabled. It gets can't reverse, which it doesn't do anyways. Has to spend 2 actions for a single move action, and yeah. So they do get a compulsory move anyways, so we'll give them that, I guess, to start with. The compulsory move puts them there. They can fire. They only have 1 action, so they'll just fire. So Bark Speeder's got 2 hits and a crit on those Mandalorians over there. Mandalorians block 1, so it's going to be 2 wounds going through and a suppression. So Bark Speeder's limping along, but he got a good parting shot on those guys. Back to the stack. Mandalorians. I'll give it a squad 8 there and do the rally step. The suppression was not moved, so it remains. They're not suppressed, so they get 2 actions. They'll take a shot at the Bark Speeder, I think, and then reevaluate from there. This is a nice attack. So range 2, 2 black dice per mini. It's going to be 4 black dice. Only 2 guys there. Ooh, that's nice. Pretty good for the Mandalorians. A crit and 2 hits there. So cover 1 took off 1 of those hits. So they rolled there. They block 1. So 1 wound goes through. Second action to move back behind that rock there. And they'll just finish up over there. Back to clones. Trooper unit. Not many options out there. You got the one little guy over there who isn't going to do much. I guess we're going to have to go ahead and... Let's give it to this guy over here. In an act of pure desperation, our last little clone sergeant here, he's just going to go ahead and, I think, run to base contact, do melee with him, with Gar Saxon. Oh boy, that takes some guts, but hey, no guts, no glory, right? Our little clone scores a hit. Let's see if Gar Saxon can block it. Yeah, Gar Saxon blocks that, so that's how that ends. Gee, I wonder what it's going to be. Oh, look, Mandalorians. How about that? So, Super Mandalorians are going to go ahead and just jump over and take a shot at that Bark Speeder and just kill it. So Mandalorians go ahead and get in position and take a shot at that Bark Speeder. So they're in range 2. They're definitely going to use this blaster pistol, man. 2 black dice per mini. That's going to be 6 black dice. Oh, wait a minute. Before we get to the attack on the Bark Speeder, this detonated. So let's see what happens. It detonates twice. Oh, no. So first detonation, it goes boom, 2 hits. And then roll again. Let's see what else we get. And another hit, blank. So 3 total hits going over here. Mandalorian's blocked 2 of them, so it'll take a wound. Well, the good news is that mine's been cleared, but they did lose a guy in the process. So now they can go ahead and do their attack. It's still going to be 4 black dice, though. That's 4 hits. That's not bad. Now cover 1, so lose 1 of them. So 3 hits. So Bark Speeder's dead. So that's that. As the old saying goes, sometimes you got to give to get. So they lost a guy, but they took out that Bark Speeder in the process. So end of activation. Oh, gee whiz, I wonder what it'll be. Oh, it's a trooper unit. How surprising. And it's going to be those guys over there. The question is, do you want to take your chances with the Maul? With that dodge, you can deflect. I'm not looking too promising. Or go over here and take a shot at those 2 guys. But they're over there lurking, so... oh boy. Yeah, we'll do a move and take a shot at those Mandalorians. Alright, so they move, now they're going to attack. There's the roll. Boy, that Z6 really came through with 3 crits. Surge does nothing for them, so... let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 hits and 1 hit and 3 crits. Well, Mandalorian's blocked all 4, so yeah, that's the way that goes. But they get a suppression on that. So into round 3, I would say that the Shadow Collective has a slight advantage in supplies. Clones aren't out of it yet, though. They've taken some hits, but they've got Yoda out there about to do some damage, so we'll see what happens. So to start round 4, we got clones going with Luminous Beings Are We and His Eminence for this Shadow Collective. So command phase, Yoda gave orders to, it says on the card, any eligible unit. So anything that's in with the range 3, he'd give it to, including himself. So that's why he's got 1, the clones got 1, clones, and the clones over there got 1. Maul got 1 to himself, and he's got 1 to those Mandalorians over there. So if I'm wrong about that card, correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's how you would do it. And of course, Yoda gets a stack of green tokens here that could be shared with the clones within, I believe, range 2 of him. Alright, so Shadow Collective's got the initiative here. They're going to be going Maul here. He'll activate. He's going to probably move into base-to-base contact with those clone troopers and try to take them out. So back to the box here. Maul did pretty good. He got, so he got a crit. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits and a crit. So per Yoda's card, these guys, clones, can spend these 2 dodges to cancel out 2 of those hits. They'll do that now. Let's go ahead and take off 2 more regular hits here. This one and this one, leaving just that. Initially, the clones block 3 of them, but Maul does have Pierce 2. It'll take out these 2 guys. Surge doesn't do anything for them, so only 1 hit gets blocked. So that means 3 wounds will go through on that unit. On second thought, they will spend that Surge also, because they did roll a Surge in their defense. It'll cancel out 1 more hit. So actually, you only suffer 2 wounds on that. So Maul's done. Okay, so Yoda's going to activate next. Now, he can't attack this turn per his card, but he can do some maneuvering here and see if we can get a better situation here for the clones. So the first thing Yoda's going to do is do Guidance, which is an action, range 1 to 2 up there, and move them. All right, he'll move these guys with Guidance. Okay, use Guidance to move them down over there. Now he's going to use his Force Lift to move that barricade down to them. Scratch that. That barricade's not within range 1, so he can't do it. But he can do some Jedi Mind Trick on these guys over here. With his next action, he's going to go ahead and move. So we'll just move him up and get him closer up here. That puts Yoda right about there, ending his activation. So Shadow Collective's up. They're going to activate this unit of Mandalorians here. They had a face-up order token already, which gave them the dodge there for free. They're going to go ahead and open up fire on this poor little guy over here. Wow, horrible roll. They got, looks like 2 hits there. Well, he almost did it. He blocked one of them, but his surges don't convert to shields. So this poor little guy is a goner. Well, that might be the game. Their second action is going to be just to pull back. So they're just going to pull back to that position there and hold that supplies, and that's it. Back at the clones, could be squad number 2 over there, or I'm thinking either this one over here. Let's activate this group over here and see if we can take out these Mandalorians. Well, that Z6 in the attack pool really helped out. He did give them 2 crits there, and they got the 1 hit. Surges do nothing for them, so they had no way to convert these. So 3 red defense dice for the Mandalorians. They do surge to blocks, so that's going to be 2 blocks. 1 goes through killing 1 of them, and that's it. So they pick up a 3rd suppression, and of course this guy here, he died. They'll move and get to some cover over here. And that's where they finish up. Alright, back to the stack for the Shadow Collective. Let's see what they pull here. Mandalorians. So Mandalorians will activate here. They'll just go ahead. I think they're going to probably just take a... well, they get a free aim token from their independent aim on their card. So they probably should take a shot at Yoda, I think. So spending the aim token worked out for them because they got 3 hits and a crit there. Well, Yoda blocks all of them, but he will pick up a suppression. So yeah, they're done. Just an attack on Yoda. They got a suppression on him. He blocked all of them though. Then the second action was take a dodge token and be done with it. So the clones will go ahead and activate over here to squad 2. They'll just unleash it on these Black Sun forces over there. Oh, they really came through on this one. Let's see. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 hits, a crit. And this surge, that DC 15 makes that surge into a crit. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 defense dice for the those Black Suns. Black Suns, they blocked 3 of them, so 3 are going through. Yeah. Wow, clones really did their job, man. They took them down to that. So their second action is going to be just a move action and move further up the field. And that will do it for their activation. Well, back to the stack. Let's see what we got. Trooper unit's going to be the pikes over here. They don't want to give up their... They got a good position here. They don't want to give that up. I guess I'll probably just take a shot over here at these clones. So pikes go ahead and roll. Wow, that really sucked. They just got 1 hit. They'll spend that aim token they had too, and re-roll 2 of these. So they scored 2 regular hits, but that will get blocked by that heavy cover over there behind those rocks. So yeah, nothing's going to get through. They'll just get a suppression. And that is their activation. Not much done there. Well, we'll activate this clone corporal here. He's engaged here with Gar Saxon. I'll give him a dodge token and I'll just take a swing at him, I guess, and see what happens. Well, he got nothing. Just there's a surge, isn't converted to anything, so he whiffs, and that's his activation. Alright, so back over to the stack for the Shadow Collective. It's giving a trooper unit, but that's the Black Suns over there. Alright, he failed his rally step, so he is suppressed. He just gets 1 action. I guess I'll just move and maybe try to claim this. I'll just move over here and get closer to that supply crate. So clones, all they got left is this group over here, Squad 3, still wrapped up here with Maul. I guess I'll just melee combat them. Well, they gave themselves an aim also, but the reroll didn't really help them. They got 1 crit, so Maul will go ahead and roll. Wow, Maul kind of whiffed on that. Yeah, so I guess that wound goes through on Maul. Yeah, Maul can't spend that dodge because that was a crit, so dodge tokens don't block crits, so yeah, 1 wound goes through on him. Oh wow, the clones did their job. So Shadow Collective's got some activations left. Let's see what they get. We'll get Saxon. He's over there. Yeah, so Saxon is just done messing around. He'll just go ahead and punch this guy. He's got 2 red dice coming to him. So a hit and a surge to crit. So 1 crit, 1 regular hit. Our friend over here will spend his dodge token to cancel out the hit. So just the crit goes through. Got to roll for his defense dice on that. Our clone friend whiffs, so he is KO'd by the Saxon. I forgot his rally step. Let's take care of that right now. And he rallied, so okay, take that off. Got 1 action left. Okay, what do we want to do? I think we'll just move him out of there. So I'll just jump up here. He's done his activation. Last activation for the round for the Shadow Collective. We know that's going to be this group over this guy over here. He's probably going to panic. We'll see if he rallies first. That removes 2 of them. That's pretty good. So he's come off. I think even though he's got 2 black dice he could use, I think he's probably going to want to just retreat out of here. But you know what? No, let's go ahead. Let's take a shot at Yoda out in the open there. 2 hits isn't bad. Yoda's going to roll his defense dice. So Yoda blocks 1 of them. Hit goes through, causing a wound on the Yoda. So Yoda takes his first wound, and the second action here for him will probably just withdraw, I think. Yeah, just withdraw up here at top of this rock, and that's the activation. So as we head at the end of round, here, you know, it still looks like the Shadow Collective has the advantage in terms of supply crates, but the clones aren't out of it. I guess I got to do a full court press here and try to knock these crates out of the hands of the Mandalorians and try to force a draw here. We'll see. So start of round 5, we got Size Matters Not versus Victory or Death for the Shadow Collective. So clones, you are up. So round 5, command phase. So Saxon gave a token to himself and to Black Sun over there. He couldn't give it to these guys just out of range. And of course Yoda got 1, so there we go. Yoda will activate, I guess. He'll do his rally step, see what happens. He does, he removes it. That's off of there. First thing he's going to do is he's going to... Oh, man. Yoda's going to use guidance to have these guys do a free move action. So using guidance, he pushed up those guys up a little bit there. Jedi Mind Trick this guy, maybe. He's going to Jedi Mind Trick this Mandalorian, dropping 2 suppressions on him. So with the last action he's got left, I think he's going to do a charge into Maul. So 4 red dice for Yoda. With his lightsaber, let's see, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and I believe that serves a hit for him. Alright, so Maul blocks 3 of them, so that means a wound's going to go through on the Maul. So Shadow Collective time, let's see. Specialist, aha. Mandalorians, I'll give it to these guys over here. So Mandalorians here got a free aim token for their independent aim, and they'll take a shot over here at these clones. Not the best roll for them, but they do have this over here. They have their cache of 2 surge tokens. So they're going to go ahead and spend those now. That'll be a hit and a hit. So 1, 2 hits and 2 crits on the clones. So clones block 2 of them, taking 2 wounds of suppression. Back to the stack, we know what it's going to be, but let's take a look. So who's going to get it? Let's see. Squad 2 will get the order, so yeah, do the rally step. No rally for them, so it looks like they're going to be suppressed. So they get 1 action. They're just going to go ahead and, I guess, fire at... Do they want to fire at him or them? I think they should fire at them. Yeah, they'll fire at those guys. Not so good. They just got, looks like they got 2 hits. So Mandalorians will spend a dodge, cancel out 1 of those hits, and roll defense dice. Mandalorians didn't block it, so it's going to go through and cause a wound. And lose a guy and gain suppression. I just realized this mine should have detonated a while back when they moved into that range 1. So let's resolve it now. They got lucky. They got lucky. The mine does not detonate. Alright, let's go ahead and get back to the stack. Let's see what we got here. We got more Mandalorians to go. So we'll just go ahead and give it to this group over here. What will they do? They're going to take a shot at those fellas over there. See what they did. They got 1, 2 hits there. Yeah. Suppression there. So these guys are suppressed. They'll be light covers. So it removes one of these hits, leaving just one going through the block. See if they can block. Yeah, they do. They block it. So that's going to be a saving grace for them. So they'll pick up another suppression here, but no wounds. And their last action is give themselves a dodge token just for the heck of it. Oh, I forgot to give them their independent aim. Yeah, they should have gotten that. They got a free aim token for that attack, but the rule of the table is forget, you forget. So we're not going to go back and change it now. So, but just note they should have gotten a free aim token there. Alright, so clones back over here. Yeah, it's going to be a trooper unit, so boy. I'll give it to those guys over there. Well, they really want to go over here and knock these guys out. They're behind heavy cover, so that's way tough to say. I think we're probably going to have to shot. Do we try to move into melee combat and knock out Maul? Gang up on him? You know what? Maybe they will. Maybe they'll go ahead and just sort of consolidate over here, and yeah, they'll just do a couple move actions and they'll yeah. Nah, I'd belay that last thought because they don't have charge, so it would take them 2 moves to get into base with them and not attack them, so that's a waste. I guess just take a shot over here at the pikes. Alright, there's our roll here. So the Z guy helped out a little bit. They got 1, 2, 3 crits. They got a hit. That's pretty good. Alright, so the hit obviously gets blocked by the heavy cover, but these crits will ping through, so that's going to be 3 defense on the pikes there. Pikes only block 1 of them, so it's going to be, yeah, 2 hits go through on the pikes. So 2 wounds to the pikes and suppression. What do you do now? So they did pretty good. You know what? I think they're going to go ahead and... yeah, they're going to move. So that's a clone activation there. They're going to hopefully rush these guys, see what happens on their next round 6. Alright, so let's go to Shadow Collective. It's going to be Mandalorians. There'll be this lone Mandalorian left over with 3 suppressants. Rally him and see what happens. So Rally gets 1 removed. So 1 suppression is removed. He's a courage value of 2, so he is suppressed but not panicked, and he gets a free aim token for independent aim. So he's got 1 action here. Let's see what he's going to do. And on second thought, I mean, it's just not worth taking a shot down here. Only 2 black dice. They're probably going to block it. How about if he does a recover action to get rid of the suppression and give himself a dodge, I guess. I'll give him a standby instead, so there you go. Alright, back to the clones. Let's see what we got. You got trooper unit. It's going to be those guys over there. So rally step went pretty good. Remove 1 suppression, so we'll take 1 off here. Okay. Oh, a bonehead. These guys are already activated, so I put the suppression back on there, and I actually meant to go to these guys over here and engage with Maul. So they'll be getting activated. Sorry about that. 2 black dice on the Maul gets a hit. Melee combat. Maul gets to defend. Maul blocks it, so that's kind of a waste. With their other action, they're going to go ahead and pick this up to the supply, I guess, and put it there. Just to correct that last one, this standby should not be there. He was suppressed when he started the activation, therefore only gets 1 action. Use that to recover, therefore no additional standby. So back over to the clones went, and then yeah. So it's getting down to a numbers game now. I mean, the clones are kind of out of activations, and Shadow's got 3. They got 2 here plus 2 over there haven't activated yet. So let's see what happens. For the stack, Maul will get to go. Maul's going to go ahead and just finish off these 2 clones. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Maul's going to kill these 2 clones. So let's go ahead and roll the clone's defense. I rolled 4 just for the heck of it, but they did pretty good. They blocked 5. Remember, Maul has Pierce 2, so 2 of these get removed, only blocking 3. Well, that means enough hits go through to kill them, so they're done. I think Maul's going to use one of his actions to go ahead and pick up claim the supplies. I take that back because he wasn't really in base-to-base contact with it. It was a little bit off. It wasn't quite there. He would have to move into base contact first, but he can't. He's in melee with Yoda. He can't attack again, but he could probably give himself... he could disengage from Yoda, but he's not going to. He'll go ahead and just give himself a dodge, and that's about it. So clones are just out of activations. There's nothing in the stack. They've all activated. There's just nobody else out there. So Shadow Collective's got 1 more in the stack. They've got Saxon and this lone sun over here. Let's go ahead and do it. So our black sun went ahead and moved, and he claimed that supply. So Saxon's going to go. He'll just take a shot at those clones down there. Saxon, 2 hits and a crit. So they are suppressed over there. That gives him cover 1, but Saxon is sharpshooter, which reduces cover by 1. That negates that. So they'll be rolling 3 defensive dice. The clones don't surge, so they are effectively dead. So bye-bye, clones. Saxon kills them. They're done. And he even has an action left. I guess he could just jet down somewhere else. This game's pretty much over at this point. That's it. He's done. Yeah, we're going to call it. There's nothing left to do here. I mean, they've got the supplies. We're going around 6 next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's not been claimed, but they're still battling it out over there. So yeah, guys, this is going to do it. End of round 5 here. We're going to call it for the Shadow Collective. Made a couple small mistakes, I think, going back. I might have missed something here and there, but it evened out for both sides pretty much. And the biggest thing in this battle was the Mandalorians are just so maneuverable. They're able to just jet out there and get those supplies quickly, start bringing them back. I didn't deploy Rex well enough, I don't think. And of course, Saxon that first round dropped those 4 observation tokens on him and just, I think he dropped like 2 wounds on him right off the bat. It was pretty nasty. So the clones never really got on track. Yoda was just this long march deployment. Yoda took forever to get in the mix of things. So that's kind of the final thoughts here. So thanks for watching, guys, and more battle reports to come.